This is the Influencer Entrepreneurs Podcast with Jenny Melrose, where I strategize with business owners on how to grow and scale their businesses to hit their income goals. This is episode 349 of the Influencer Entrepreneurs Podcast with Jenny Melrose. Today, we're going to be talking about the best affiliate marketing strategies with Jessica Evans from Ultimate Bundles. Jessica's story is very unique, how she came to be the CEO of Ultimate Bundles, and I'm excited to be able to share that with you. Now, before you do that, I want to make sure that you hop over, send me a DM on Instagram at Jenny_Melrose and grab her affiliate marketing guide that she is offering. You're going to hear her talk about it a little bit at the end, but make sure that you actually go and grab that. It is going to benefit you so much. All right, you guys, let's dive in. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Hi, I'm so glad to be here. This is going to be really fun.
Yes, I am super excited to be able to talk about the best affiliate marketing strategies with you. But before we do that, will you introduce yourself and your business to my audience?
Absolutely. Yes. So I am Jessica Evans and I am the owner and CEO of Ultimate Bundles. So I'm going to use this opportunity to share a little bit of the backstory to how I became the owner. It's a bit unique, but what I started in this space years ago as a customer of Ultimate Bundles. And from there, I grew into becoming an affiliate. And then I actually joined the team. So I joined the team in customer happiness. It was probably 2017. So it's been a while. And then from there, I, moved up to being the manager of customer happiness and things like that and lots of other tasks. But last year, I ended up purchasing the company. So it was kind of full circle for me. I did it because I loved what UB represented. And, I was already an affiliate. So I knew a lot of the struggles from that end. And I really wanted to bring that to life as I took over. So partnerships right now, huge with us. We really want to give back. But yeah, so that's my silly little story. It's so unique, but I guess it makes us who we are now. And So
yes, I'm glad that you shared your story because it is full circle, the way that you started in it and just kind of understood how the business ran and then being able to then turn around and purchase it. And now you're running it the way that you see fit. I love it.
Yes.
So let's start off really basic. What is affiliate marketing? Because I think a lot of times when people are listening to me, they ultimately end up thinking that sponsorships and affiliate marketing are the same thing. And I always tell people it's not the same thing.
No.
They're very different goals that you have to have with both of them. So what is affiliate marketing?
So affiliate marketing is essentially promoting someone else's product. And in return, you're going to earn commission on the sales that you generate. I mean, it's super basic, but I guess as you get into it, it can get a little bit more complex.
Yes. No, of course. I love that. And I think it's that commission piece, right? I think when we look at the money side of things, when we're comparing sponsorships and affiliates, it's always a lot of times sponsorships, you're getting paid one fee. And then with affiliate marketing, you have unlimited ability to earn based upon how much you're able to sell and continuing to make that affiliate rate from it. So how exactly does affiliate marketing work? What is the ultimate goal that you're trying to accomplish with it?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's basically, you're using this as a revenue stream for your company. I mean, that is essentially what this is all about. You're going to share the things that you feel that your customers can benefit from, things that you also use or, definitely trust in. And with that, you're going to earn the commission by committing to whether it's a launch or evergreen. It could be lots of different ways. Some of them are recurring subscriptions. That's always nice. And then others, like for Ultimate Bundles, we have our sales, about every 6 weeks or so, and they're limited time. So during that period, you have an opportunity to really earn a lot of commission by participating in those. And, so what I do personally, so I had a blog before all of this, and and I was able to earn a full-time income and everything from it. So one of my tactics that I like to do was to have different types of affiliate options. So as far as earning, so I would participate in Ultimate Bundles. It was actually my highest earning every single time, even though it was a short sale. But then I would also get those subscriptions and they would be within my blog posts and things like that. Or I would remind my audience through email when things were happening, like it could be ConvertKit or Podia or things like that.
Right.
So, those they're reoccurring, and that's really nice. You're just going to see that in your account every month. And as you build up, a few in there, it gets to be, a needle pusher. And then, you can also just do the evergreen versions that, something that doesn't have that urgency for purchasing. And it could just be a course or something from, a pal in the space or one that you really love. And then you just put that out there. You can, share it in your emails, but it's not like a hard promotion. You're not going to go at it for a week and really keep it at the forefront. It's just a mention here and there, and you can earn things that way. So it's nice. You can just kind of do it however it works for your brand and your audience. But there are lots of options. You're full control of these.
Yes. I'm so glad you brought up the audience piece, because that was the next question that I had for you is who was your audience when you were blogging full-time, able to make an income from affiliate marketing?
Yeah. So I had kind of a split. I had those that wanted to, I guess I would see them as maybe a step or two below me. So new bloggers, people that had the interest, maybe haven't started yet. And then also all of the moms, family, parenting kind of, bucket. And they both, I would definitely segment those through email, and you're going to show certain offers to each. You don't need to share the same one to everyone. That's like, this is where you're in control. You can split it up. You can segment it. I can get really nitty gritty. So if I go through my family list and it's only those that have kids, like if it's something that's specific to children, I don't want to send that to, everyone that's on there that may have a family but may not have young children or whatever it might be. So yeah, I mean, it was a really active space. It still is. Like I still have it up and going. I have not stopped that after taking over Ultimate Bundles, but I'll be honest, it doesn't get quite as much as attention as I would like it to these days. I really, really try, but yeah, I mean, it's there. It kind of is set up to just auto generate itself. It's just going to earn, and I don't necessarily have to do a lot to it. But,
it's happening passively. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I understand that feeling of it hard to run two businesses. That was exactly why I turned around and sold my food blog, The Melrose Family, years ago. Was because I couldn't put the effort and intention into it. And anytime I did, I felt like the other side of my business was slipping and I wasn't giving them the attention that they needed.
Yes.
So I understand that feeling very well. What would you say as far as what affiliate marketing strategies should bloggers and influencers use to promote their partners?
Well, so there's lots of ways you can do this. And it kind of depends on your audience, where they're at. That's essentially, is that what you want to do? Is you want to go where your audience is at. So for me, it's always been email. And actually for Ultimate Bundles, the same thing. Email is very strong. It's gold. It's another thing you can control for the most part. Obviously, deliverability and things like that, they're a little bit of a headache, but you don't have to worry about algorithms, on social media or Google indexing your blog post and ranking you in the top 10. You don't have to worry about all that. So, I mean, essentially, when you're thinking about it, it's just where is your audience? So if you are strictly an influencer on social media, you share it on social media. If you have a ton of traffic coming into your site and you maybe have, display ad revenue and things like that, do a blog post. To me, I do it all. I will definitely go harder with my email because that is where my people are. And I always want to show it on social media just by chance. And it's just nice to have it out there, because they say that it takes 7 views for anyone to actually act on an offer. So, hey, why not? I can put it out there. It's not hurting anything. It's nice for, everyone that might just stop by to see what I've participated in the past, things like that. But of course, like the blog post is kind of where you should always start. And that's kind of one of the things that I've always told, like, really new people, new folks into the space. If you're scared, if you don't have a large email list, any email list is fine. It doesn't have to be large. So for instance, when I was earning my full-time income through my blog, I was only at about 5,000 email subscribers. So it's all on how active they are and how much, they're invested with, you and what you're doing, what you're saying. But yeah, you really need to go where your people are and start, doing that blog post, hitting submit, publish, you have to do it, and you can't sell unless you're in front of them. And it's not as scary as you might think. I will be honest. I was one of those in the beginning. It took me 3 months to publish my first post after starting my blog. I was in design phase. Fun fact, I have an IT degree. So I was playing with the design forever. I think I changed it twice before I actually published my first article. But, it doesn't do anyone any good.
Right.
So you just have to do it. But
yes. No, I agree with you about email. Email is definitely, and I think we talk more and more about that because, of course, when I'm emailing, it's to other bloggers, right? It's that B2B. Whereas when they're emailing, they feel like, well, I'm emailing customers, consumers, right? They're going to want that content. They may not want to hear from me all the time, but you have to be able to build that no trust factor. That is a huge piece. Like you said, it takes 7 times just to take an action. And that action isn't even necessarily going to be to purchase. It could just be going to look at the sales page.
Exactly.
So I agree with you. Putting out there as much as you can. When you feel like you've talked about it too much, you need to talk about it about another 5 or 6 times at least.
Exactly. Yes.
Just for them to even realize that you have it. So could you give an example of an affiliate marketing example that you have used or seen someone else use that's more like B2C, as far as consumers, things of that nature that maybe you have used on your site?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I kind of like to hit them all. Like I just like to be able to have that blog post. I feel like that is just kind of laying the foundation, because you figure in an email, because I love my email like that. That's my goal, but you can't get down to the nitty gritty in an email, or you shouldn't, I should say that. I've seen some that are pretty in depth, and it's, you're skimming it at best. So if you can have some place to direct them that maybe is not going to that sales page of whatever product that you're promoting, that's great, because then they can kind of get a feel again for you and your view, whether it's like a review. I mean, honestly, you could just put the details on that page. It doesn't have to be a review, but I do like reviews because it just is more personal. And I think, it shows that human factor and how much you do appreciate whatever it is you're promoting, which is very, very important. You don't want to go out there and just grab whatever and, as many links as you can get in an email and just hope somebody clicks on one. That's not the goal here. The goal here is to do those that really resonate with you and your audience, and then push hard on those. But then, so you start with your blog post. Then I would, like I said, I do post on social media here and there. It's just not a place that I rely on traffic. It's just part of my motions. But email is where it's at. And what we do at Ultimate Bundles is we have everything planned out for you. We have the entire promotion packet kind of planned out for you if you join and promote something. And what we recommend, we have a full schedule. We have like a light, we have an intermediate, and then a heavy promotion schedule. If you're going to do the heavy promotion schedule, that's where you're really going to earn and push your needle as far as commission. What we want you to do, though, is email a minimum of every day, twice on the last day, and typically twice on the end of an early bird. So everyone panics when they see that. I mean, they panic, like they can't email their audience every single day. I'm telling you, like it took me a while when I was just a beginning affiliate to get on board with that, but I owned it. I went in and I did it. And my commission, that particular sale, quadrupled. I mean, it's silly that it could be such a big difference, but it is. And it goes back to that, you've got to see it 7 times in order to act. And I love that you pointed out, it's not purchase, it's just act. You're going to look at the page, you're going to maybe grab that freebie opt-in or whatever it might be. You're not buying yet. So having those in front of you or in front of your audience constantly is so important. And you figure if you go and look at your own inbox, you don't open every email, even if it's from somebody you know. You just don't do it. So they're not seeing, these 10, 12 emails that you're sending in the span of the sale.
Right.
And you don't always know that each one's going to be delivered in the same place. So if you're playing with the Gmail game, are you in the inbox? Are you in promotions? It's interesting to see even on my own. So our company account is through Gmail, but it's ultimatebundles.com. But they have all of that in there. So when I get the emails from a sale, some will end in my inbox, some will still end in my promotions. And it's coming from the same address as the box owner.
Right.
It's very odd. So yeah, you just have to understand that they're not going to all be seen. They're not going to all be delivered necessarily. I mean, we hope, but you have to expect that it's not. And your audience, it's going to take a lot for them to get aggravated with you or feeling overwhelmed by your offers. I mean, it's happened, but it's happened to such a few, it's almost that those maybe are not your people. So when they get a little bit upset or respond to you and they want to unsubscribe, it's okay. It's your free pruning of your list. It's okay. Because I would say that I get a lot more responses of, oh, thank you so much for emailing me again. I completely forgot and the deadline's tonight and I was just able to grab it, things like that. But yeah,
right.
Yes.
No, we always say that those unsubscribers, like you said, are free pruning. And for those that are curious what we mean by that, it's cleaning your list, getting rid of those people that are just sitting there, not opening your emails and hurting your opening conversion rates. There's no reason to have them there if they're never going to purchase something or take an action, whether that's just clicking through to a blog post and you get a page view off of it. Why would you continue to pay so much money for those people just to sit there? So look at those unsubscribes if you have to, but look at them as that's a good thing. Those people are saying, you're not my person, and that's fine. It's not that you're doing anything wrong by selling. So what is one affiliate marketing tip you could give for beginners and then one for experts?
Yeah. So for beginners, I'm going to go back to the just start again. You can't sell something if you don't share it. And the easiest way to do it would be a blog post. So if you don't have much of an email list, I mean, honestly, if you have one person on your email list, you have an email list and you should still be nurturing them as you would if you had 1,000. Like it's just, you just start. But the blog post is really the one item that can be accessed by so many means. Your social media post can link back to it. Your email could link back to it. Any cold traffic that comes, anybody that happens to, be direct or organic traffic from Google or something, they'll all see it. So that's where I would suggest, you really, really try starting, but just remember that, it doesn't matter your list size, you can promote. It matters. And if you have the right people on your list, your people, and their trust in you. So the more trust you build, the better your sales will be, regardless of the number on your list.
Yes, I cannot agree with that more. When I share this with my membership site users that when we're looking at list size, I kind of gave them behind the scenes as far as this is someone's size list and this is the amount of sales. And it was like 250 people on her list. But out of all of the bloggers, even those with 45,000 on their list, she sold more than anyone else. Mm-hmm. And it was that kind of like, they all sat back and said, what? It doesn't matter. It's just, they're engaged with their content. She's continually engaging with them and keeping them wanting more information from her. And then the right audience for what it was that we were promoting. So love that. Okay. So give me an expert one.
All right. So, I mean, an expert one, I will go back to just the email. It's all in how you present it. And it's also how many times you send it. So I know that a lot of newer folks, they're afraid to hit their list real hard, especially if they only have a few. The mentality of only having a few and sending, 7 or 8 emails, and that it almost feels like they're going to get it more because you only have a few. But if you had like 40,000 people, like you said, on your list and you send 7, for some reason, it doesn't seem so crazy because you have such but it doesn't matter. Either way, it works the same.
Right.
It's just kind of a little psychology, I guess, that's, when you're hitting send. But for those, that are actually seasoned and, understanding the whole benefit of affiliate marketing, make sure you send all of those emails, like really hit it hard. Like you're not upsetting your audience. I swear you are not. I mean, I've done it with my own blog. I've done it, Ultimate Bundles does it. It's okay. And doing that is really just going to tip the needle for you to, really see a lot of conversions. You got to figure that not everyone, like I said, not everyone is opening those, they're not going to open the emails. And if they do open them, they're not going to click, because that's the next part, is like, you need to get the clicks. But one of the easiest things to do too, and this could actually go for either a newbie or a seasoned, because time is money. So swipe copy is almost always provided. And going in and grabbing that, tweaking it, obviously, give it an intro, something personal. I always put a story in mine. There's always crazy stories around my house. So why not, because you share a little glimpse into the life of Jessica. But, you do that, you show that you're human, and then you go into the sales, and it's pitched in a way that we already know that works. So at Ultimate Bundles, we know that the swipe works because, I used it myself when I was an affiliate, and it worked great, because I know that there's always that stigma that, well, everybody's sending the same swipe and all of that. But honestly, it does not really come up to be much of an issue, especially when you just tweak it a little bit to give it your voice. And It's such an easy piece, because when you're whether you're new, don't know what to write, or you're seasoned and you don't have the time, that is how you get it out. And it's very, the testing's already been done for you by whichever brand it is that you're representing. They're not going to send you swipe copy that doesn't work. That's not going to benefit them. So you have to understand that this is going to be good. And all of the details are in it so that you don't accidentally get the wrong, like the wrong price, the wrong product name. It's just nice, because these days I'm so busy, and I myself will still promote using that even through Ultimate Bundles in my blog. I will promote a bundle, but I will use the swipe. I don't have special swipe written for me. I don't, I'm not going to waste the team's time on that. I'm fully on board with using our affiliate swipe. So just keep that in mind when you're doing these things. It's accessible to everyone at every stage, and it will convert. You just have to get it in front of your people.
All right. So now, kind of along the same lines, what are the biggest mistakes made in affiliate marketing?
Not emailing enough. Just not showing it enough.
What about in the copy? Have you ever, because sometimes I get copy when I am an affiliate that just speaks to the assets. It just tells them what it is. And we're just hammering it home. These are all the things you get. But we've kind of missed a step, I feel like. And that's where I end up rewriting it, because I know that's not going to convert. So what would you say?
Yeah. So you need to make sure that any copy is going to show your future purchaser how it's going to benefit them. You need to turn this around, and you need to give an example. You need to, or, you can even show how it benefited yourself, and this, in demonstrating, what will work for them because it worked for you, kind of thing. But yeah, you can't just go into a hard sell. And that's kind of why I always say I have the story and things. And my story tries to, typically relates back to whatever it is that I'm offering. But that's the point of giving that human touch and making sure that they see that it can work for anyone, or work for them. Not anyone, I shouldn't say that. Your audience is going to work for them. But yeah, putting just a sales page and an email isn't going to do you any good. That is just, it's cold, lifeless, there's no personality in it, and there's no demonstration of what it boils down to. And it's, how can you help them? How can you help your audience? That's all it's about. It's like, what can you do for them?
Yes. I love to emphasize those pain points. For me, that's where it hits home. It's like, if I can speak to their pain point and they can email me back and go, are you somewhere in my house and watching me? Because I was literally just thinking that. And I think sometimes you can even do that with subject lines. I actually sent out an email this morning, and it was, oh, you're a blogger. That's cute, with like the rolling eye emoji. And I've gotten so many responses. Anytime I send that, because it's for an event that we're doing next week. But It is. It's that it hits on a pain point where someone's like, oh my God, someone has said that to me before, and I have to tell you the story. And I've probably gotten like 5 of those emails already of people just telling me their stories of how they felt like someone was totally making fun of what it was that they were doing. So I think if you can speak to those pain points, and that's why we always say, like, a lot of times your audience is a couple steps behind you, right? Like you even said that in the beginning when you were talking about like newer bloggers or kind of trying to figure things out. You have to be able to talk to those pain points and show them your own journey, which is why you bring in the story. I love that. So good. Tell me about your affiliate marketing guide that you're offering for my audience.
Yeah. So it's just a guide that literally lists out the tips that, like, things that I've already tried and proved to be, work. One of the things when you start, that it's that process of elimination or just that trial and error. And this is going to kind of get you ahead of that. If you're new or if you are seasoned, there are some things in there that you can start trying that are a little bit higher level. And I mean, honestly, they don't even have to be a level. And that's the one thing with affiliate marketing. It's just things you forget. You forget how many times they need to see it. You forget, all the different places that you can actually share it. You forget to think about where your audience is. And that it's supposed to be, like we just mentioned, explaining why it is going to benefit them. Because it's all about what can you do for your audience. That's just one thing that I see forgotten many, many times through my inbox when I go through it. And I mean, this guide will just kind of break down those little bits. It's very short, but it's powerful because, like, you're a seasoned blogger, you forget things. You forget the basics. It happens. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, I love it. We're going to link to that in the show notes that go along with our podcast episodes. And my audience also knows they can always send me a DM on Instagram at Jenny_Melrose, and I will send you the direct link to be able to go and grab that. Jessica, I appreciate you so much for taking the time to speak with me and my audience. And where can people go to if they wanted to figure out maybe you have an ultimate bundle that would be a good fit for a food blogging audience or a DIY audience or a mom blogging audience?
Yeah. So you can find me at ultimatebundles.com. You'll have an option too. You can join our affiliate program. We don't have a bunch of rules, which is one of the things that I made sure was going to stay that way, because I figure I started as a blogger here at Ultimate Bundles. I joined the affiliate program and I didn't have a huge list, didn't have a huge following on Instagram, all of that. It doesn't, in my mind, it doesn't matter what you have. It's all on the quality of those followers. And I would love to have anyone join that would like to, give us a try and see what I'm talking about, because it really does convert really well. But aside from there, you can also find us on Instagram. It's ultimate_bundles. And we're pretty active on there. We've got a lot of fun reels. Our customer happiness gal now, who happens to be my sister, is doing all the reels. She loves doing it. So I'm letting her have at that. I'm not a reel person. I'll be honest. That's not my thing. I don't really love that, but it's really fun and she does really good on them. So you can find us there, and we're around. I mean, honestly, if you search Ultimate Bundles in Google, you'll find us easy enough. And but yeah, I would love to connect with anybody. You can shoot messages through customer service. So it's customer service at ultimatebundles.com. If you have any questions or want to connect with me, they'll come to me. And this has been really fun.
Yes, thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, there you have it. Hopefully by now you have made sure that you went and grabbed that download. You can always, in your podcasting app, just go to the notes that are there, and we're going to link you over to the blog post to be able to go and grab it. We also will have all of the information from the episode. So if you missed anything, you can always go back and read it, or just listen to it again. As always, I appreciate y'all so much for taking the time to leave a rating and review. You can simply do that in your favorite podcasting app. You just scroll down past all of the episodes that I offer. I know there's a lot, just keep scrolling, and you'll be able to see the rating and review spot. It helps to continue to get great guests like Jessica to be able to come on to the show to share their knowledge. All right, you guys, until next time, I will see you all then.